Your first car, and what stories would that car tell?
My first car, I grew up in New York City, so I didn't learn how to drive till I was 27.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so...
26, 27.
Yeah, so I got my license after, I think, 2 failures.
Wow.
And it was a Dodge Dart, a 72 Dodge Dart. I don't know if
Get a lot of girls in a Dart?
Well, the individual that I purchased it from was large. And I don't know if you remember the Dodge Dart has a kind of a couch front seat, so it doesn't have bucket seats, so it's got springs like a couch would have. And this guy, the springs have been, compressed. For good, because I bought it in the late 80s, so he'd had it for a while.
He'd had it for a long time.
So, I thought I was cool because I had my first car, and I'm driving around L.A., and I'm from New York, and I'm saying, okay, I'm driving around L.A. in my car, and I would make eye contact with girls if I could, but I had my elbow was up, because I was down here, and they'd see like this much. Hey, so I looked like I was about 2'5".
Maybe
I didn't know why nothing was working.
Yeah, in L.A., a Dart ain't getting a tall man much more than a short guy.
I thought the Dart was cool, and it was beige, and I had a friend who informed me that it was actually biscuit.
Biscuit.
Food.
Biscuit, back to food. Brilliant.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. Okay, the next one, let's do first job. What was your first job?
My first job was as a delivery boy for a meat market in Greenwich Village here.
Ooh.
And I had one of the big silver bikes with the big, the big delivery compartment
the box,
so I was,
big silver box.
Yeah, I was driving that around, and people like to throw things at me.
Seriously, people would chuck stuff at you?
I don't know what it is, why people think they can throw things at a delivery boy.
I never did that. I didn't know that was a hobby.
Because you're a kind human being.
Okay, let's do Desert Island.
My second job, though, was as a lifeguard in Fire Island.
Oh, that's much sexier. Yeah. Oh, look at you. That was, I bet, pretty successful. That's a good job.
I loved it. I started when I was 14, and I just remember,
I didn't know you could guard that young.
You're not supposed to, really.
Oh, you lied.
No, and I didn't lie, but it wasn't really civil service, so it wasn't, it wasn't legit. We were a rogue force.
Were you just trying to pick up women and called yourself a lifeguard?
No, I started a couple of years into it. Jaws came out. And people freaked out. I don't know if anybody was alive.
I still freak out. I'm 43 and I watch that. I'm like,
and the beaches were empty. Honestly, they were. And our job that year was just to look for sharks. And then we never saw any. Nobody's ever seen it. So
you just kind of hung out and got a really good tan line going.
Didn't save anybody.
That's okay. The objective is not to really have.
But you're not allowed to eat on the beach.
No, really?
So I had to go around and tell people that they couldn't eat a sandwich, or
that's a drag.
Or they couldn't sunbathe topless. And the worst moment.
You took your time telling them that, though, I bet.
No. So I was 14, so I'd be embarrassed, But they would send the youngest guard to see what the women did. They were very cagey. They would take clamshells and put them over. So I had to go and say, "Ma'am, you need what?" Like you've never done it. So I would have to say, "Ma'am, you have to
Take
wear..."
your boob off the half shell.
Yeah.
They're very nice shucks, but could you put them back in the net?
I would offer her lemon.
And a little melted butter?
No, but I would say you have to put on a bathing suit, and they would argue that this was some kind of a covering bathing suit, and that it was, and then I would just stammer and kind of fade away.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
You made a dream job into a real drag. That sounds so sad and dramatic.
Yeah. Now, don't tell me nobody's going to go home and try that tonight.
Okay, well, this is a good segue then.
Mm-hmm.
Desert Island, who would you take with you?
Maybe the Tom Hanks character from he's really good at that stuff.
He's really good at it. I agree.
He could just take care of me. But I think, on a desert island, I would probably want. I don't cook, so I would probably want,
somebody who could cook.
I could.
I would be happy to help you.
You could use all those fresh ingredients. I don't know where the desert island is, but I imagine
to climb up and get the coconut.
there's a lot of fish. We'll be a team.
Kill the fish.
We'll be a team.